Hello and welcome to A Life More Boaty. Well, we are here at the Southampton Boat Show with the lovely people from Balt Yachts to have a look at the Suncamper 31. Now this is a really impressive boat. It builds on the strength of sales and success from the Suncamper 35, but if we're honest, they haven't just chopped a bit off the bathing platform and shortened it down. Not one single moulding is the same on the Suncamper 31 as it is on the Suncamper 35 over there. So without further ado, let's have a quick look around. We start on bathing platform, extended bathing platform, and you'll also, the eagle-eyed people out there will notice that that is a petrol, this is an electric drive versus the conventional petrol outboards that are normally available. Little staple on the back there, and you'll also see that that section there lifts up so you can hinge that drive out of the water. Nice to see a special storage locker just for your power cable, and then you have two cable inlets, one for domestic and one for engine charging. And we'll talk about the engines a bit more on the way out, because I know some people love it and some people don't. You still get the same really clever extended hardtop there with zip-in sides, which is really useful if the weather changes. Bit of storage under that seat and a little sea gate there so you can lock people in, stop them falling out. If I take a step inside here, we can then have a look at that dining area. So as you can, fairly conventional table, it folds in and out, and then you have storage under the back seat, and you'll notice no storage under that seat because there's a little window. So this is probably where you lose most of the spaces in the cockpit area, but it's still very, very functional. Little lift up seat there so you can walk around the side deck, and the same, you can step over that seat over there to get around the side deck on the other side. Straight inside, you'll notice quite cleverly that the floor drops down, and that's to utilise or give you the benefit of these really big superstructure windows. Galley aft, galley up, so gimbaled twin burner gas oven and hob from Dometic. Lots of storage down below, lots of storage above. 2 steps in, so if I go this way and pivot round, you can now see that galley and how that floor drops down to give you this extra bit of space. And again, you'll notice if I spin my head round in here, I'm 1.73 m, plenty of headroom in there. Full size, I think that's an 80 litre domestic fridge in there. And then you'll notice down here we have a little aft cabin, so that door slides across, that door folds across, and then down here we have a little perch seat on the way in. If I drop down in here, you can then see we have a full-size double berth with a little bit of storage. Turn the light up a little bit. Bit of storage with some cushions there for the dinette, which also makes up. And then if I spin myself around here, you'll see we've actually got some really decent deep storage in here as well, and a nice deep locker in there. Drawer under there as well, and then, as you would imagine, little dinette over here. Very practical. Windows on both sides, you get a nice breeze across, and then that table folds in half and drops down to make it another double berth. So this is a 7-berth 31-foot boat. Another nice thing is, from a ventilation point of view, nice big sunroof up here. So if you want to close the sunroof, really simple, close it across, catch it in place, and away you go. But it is still glassy, still getting the light, but just not that wind that's cracking in across Southampton water today. And then exactly the same at the back. And in this midsection here above us on the roof is the solar panel system. So there is, I believe, something in the region of 300 watts of solar power on board, and that is plumbed just into the domestic system, so you're not charging the electric battery on this one, you are purely running the domestic system. And the usual little seats here that, as you imagine, then cantilevers forwards to give you a forward facing companion seat. And then over on the starboard side here we have a little helm station, TV, side access door, which is absolutely fantastic, and you're straight out onto the side deck at the right height. So if I step out here, turn the camera around there, look at that, you are absolutely the right height to step onto that pontoon. I'll then head back inside, finish off the helm station tour. So obviously Fedis vertical wheel, electric controller, the system for the e-propulsion, And then you've got a bow thruster, and then two Webasto systems. One is just for the water heater, and the other one is for the boiler and heater. So if you want to just heat the hot water and have a little bit of warm air in the cabin, you can do. But if you want to run it across all of the cabins, the bathroom and the cockpit will all also benefit from that heating system. So great view forward. If that's your helm, you can see all the way forward. And then again, really good view back. Funnily enough, that little staple rail at the back of the bathing platform helps with visibility. So now if we take a step down into the fore cabin, first thing you can see is that berth, the forward berth with a little window and a fore hatch there as well. It is pinched a little bit because obviously we've gained another bathroom forward here. But before we go in the bathroom, I'm going to show you the storage underneath there. There's storage over there, and then here's your 7th berth under there, so you can squeeze kids in there if you want to. And what they've cleverly done is, if I stand here and turn the camera around, there is a little limit of headroom in here, but they've moulded the binnacle here for the helm station a little bit higher, and that cleverly, when you step inside here, becomes your headroom. So if I step in here, turn the camera around and say, there you go, I'm 1.73 m, there is headroom in there. It cuts down a little bit, as you would expect. For the loo, you still get a window in there, and you still get your normal sort of storage and beautifully moulded vanity unit with storage underneath in there. Pretty impressive, and obviously pull-out shower. And also I love the fact you've got easy access to the back of the helm station there for all the electronics. We'll have a quick waft around the deck. So again, easy side access through that side door all the way forward. One step up takes you to this foredeck area. You see the fore hatch, lovely little seat in here. They've added a table as well. Sorry if you can hear the wind. And there's a big locker down there, and a neat little forward step here, so you can step forward across the deck. And then you have exactly the same but slightly narrower shimmy side deck where you can slide down there. If I then stand up on here, you can see there are the solar panels, and it's very clever the way the two roofs sort of fold into each other. And the other thing which is very, very nice to see is demisters. So there you go. Let's go and have a quick peek at the engine bay, he says slightly humorously. So down here we have the batteries, like so, and they are, bear with me, 400 amp hour batteries. So if we go back to running that electric engine option, let me just pop this down. The electric engine option is a 40 kilowatt e-propulsion system. So that will give you something in the region of 16 hours worth of running from this little engine if you're running at 4 knots. Now there are other engine options. You can get the standard 30 horsepower inboard, a diesel on a shaft, or you can get between 50 and 115 horsepower petrol outboards as well. So if you want any more information about this great yacht, contact the guys at Balt Yachts. I'm sure they'll be happy to help. Do please like and subscribe. It makes a massive difference to us on the channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time round. Thank you very much for watching.